Sit down and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the trailer.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
25 years ago, you played a concert in front of the entire world. 1 month ago, you played in Barstow, California for 40 people, most of whom were there for $2 taco night. Bill and Ted, what have you got to say for yourselves?
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Welcome to another installment of the Screen Squad podcast. On the panel today, like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Station.
And Edgar. What? Station?
Yeah.
Station.
Nah. Well,
Okay.
it's been almost 30 years in the making. We finally got Bill and Ted 3. We're going to talk about Bill and Ted 3.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah. Almost 30 years after.
Wow.
You could really tell. They look old.
Yeah, they look really old.
They look old. Real old. Like real old.
Yeah,
That's
like
like
Keanu changed a lot.
Yeah, like Keanu's face is like. I thought he was in shape at one point. I thought he was in shape for like John Wick. He doesn't look like he's
He
in
is.
shape.
Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He
and
doesn't look like
he's pretty lean. I mean, he's not like ripped like Jesus, but he's ripped.
he doesn't,
he's pretty
he doesn't
lean.
Look it that
Maybe he
much.
gained weight for the movie.
Dude, you should see his cum gutters. Like he's just kind
Oh,
of crazy.
come on. Gross. Is that what you call
What's the
them?
matter with you?
That luscious the
The V of
the
ball
muscle.
hair? The V of ball hair? Going from chest pubes to ball fro?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
why'd
co-
you say luscious V and then showed us your belly?
Yeah.
Ah,
Something wrong with you.
The weird, the cut. The that
Stop. Just stop.
cum
Just,
gutters.
All right,
Oh,
stop. That's disgusting. Well, we are talking about, I guess we'd call it Volume 3, the final chapter, Parabellum.
Is it going to be a final though?
Parabellum of Bill and
Yeah.
Ted. Yeah, it is. Did you guys watch the end credit scene?
Yeah, I saw it
Yeah.
when they were jamming.
Yeah, the old jams. Even though no one in the movie's playing the right notes.
No, but
And then there's
not
a
even
whole,
Jimmy.
No.
No.
Not even Jimmy.
No, not even Jimmy. And then you have the scene where Kid Cudi says something, but he obviously didn't say that on screen. It was weird. Some of this movie feels very COVID problem. Like it hit. You could tell that it didn't get chance to do some of the reshoots or something because I don't know.
They couldn't
I don't know.
breathe.
I don't know about you, but I feel like this movie just ended. Like it ended like abruptly. Had a weird ending.
M64.
No, not that. I mean, the way it actually ends. The movie ends with like just the movie's over.
Oh, songs done and done.
Yeah, the movie's done. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, they did what they were supposed to do.
right. But
What
there's-
else do we want to
But
say?
there's like no.
They completed.
Like, you know, like in the other movie, you had a montage of what happens after.
Oh,
You don't get that. You don't get anything. You just get like people pretending to be Bill and Ted.
well, yeah, you get that montage.
Yeah, you get that montage, but you don't get a montage like the other movie, like the second
I
one.
th- Yeah, but I guess that makes it the end. That
Yeah,
finishes the
I'm
movie.
sure. I'm 100% sure this is done for Bill and Ted. There's no more.
Yeah.
My name's Dennis.
That's my favorite character in the movie,
Is-
Dennis
yeah.
Caleb McCoy.
Dennis Caleb McCoy.
When I sent you guys the message that character is like the best, was literally the best part of the movie to me. It made me laugh the most because
Because
this
it
mo-
is right. That's
Yeah,
alopecia guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Dude from Barry.
Victor Zsasz from Gotham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a while. I was kind of going, why do I know that voice?
Yeah, I know. And but he's really funny. He was really
No.
funny the way he played it.
Yeah. I had to look him up.
He's good though.
Like
Yeah, he was funny.
It makes
my
it-
kid's favorite part too.
Yeah, it makes sense why they kept his part under wraps and not spoil it because you kind of show that there's like an android or robot out to kill him, but then when you make that robot neurotic and self-conscious, that just makes it really funny.
You named him after my ex-boyfriend?
And then she's named after George Carlin's daughter, Kelly.
Real life.
Yeah, real life, and his daughter's actually in the movie.
Where?
Really?
George Carlin. She plays one of the scientists from the future.
Did she give the 7 words? No.
Yeah. So, but no. So I mean, this
So
movie.
those 7 words are now normal. So
Yeah, this movie. This
pretty much.
movie's.
Yeah.
It's a
Mystical words.
It's nostalgic, and it's funny. I feel like there's too many stories though. It diverges. I want
Divergent.
I want to follow Bill and Ted, and Ozzy and I called it that about the way the movie goes with the daughters and everything.
no.
By the way, spoilers. If you don't want to know anything about the movie, fuck you. You're listening to us and you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
So angry. But no, we called it.
Just
We
a
called
you're
it.
gonna hear it part. I agree with.
Yeah. You
All
like,
3 of you.
Yeah, no. We called it that because the trailer kind of gave it away, but didn't really give it all away.
Because they were too specific in the trailer about
That the song was written
Preston
by
and
Preston
Logan.
Yeah,
Didn't say Bill and Ted. Even though it is
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
but that song wasn't bad though. The one that they wrote, very generic, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, pretty generic.
It's like all musical.
Yeah.
I don't even hear any lyrics.
But I like the nods to we have the nod to Station, even though the character's not in it. I like the Return of Death. That was funny that they had a fallout and they sued him. They ended up suing him because he said he was the Wild Stallions and he was a sick bass player.
40 minutes solo.
Yeah, you can't have all like his music was ahead of its time. It was all bass. Like his album was all bass. It's pretty funny. You have like it's the way they did it. Again, I feel like this movie suffered from the lack of being able to have reshoots because I don't think they were able to do reshoots for the movie because of COVID and everything. But it was still an enjoyable movie. Like I'm glad that they released it because it wasn't. I don't think it was the best movie. I don't think it's better than the second one, than Bogus Journey.
I think it is better than the second one. I did like that they went back to the first movie formula where they have to go get historical, characters.
Like partially. Like
Yeah.
that was the daughters. That's the daughters.
I'm
Yeah,
so curious.
but I
what
did
what
like
the-
that.
But they left a lot of stuff out. Like what was the point of the wives, the princesses, to leave with their old selves? Like they didn't really show what they saw or anything. Like it just happened. in the
They
movie.
just hated their lives and want to see if they can get a
But still,
a
it's like
better
you
version of them.
didn't-
to
They didn't hate
live a
their
better
lives.
life.
No, they didn't hate. Yeah, it was made
Yeah,
the
they didn't
point they
hate their
didn't hate
lives.
their lives. They were happy with their lives. They just
Yeah.
were stuck. All of them were stuck in a rut. And at the beginning of the movie, when you meet them, that song wasn't bad. The weird, awkward sound that they were making, and you forget
Yeah.
that they went back in time to learn to play all these instruments. So they're
With throat singing.
yeah.
Had a nice beat.
Yeah, and then so it's they're in their own right. Like now, Bill and Ted in this movie, they don't live in the same house together, right?
No.
No.
They're neighbors.
They're neighbors, okay? Because they only showed, I think it was Ted's house or whatever.
Yeah, but they parked in one house and then they walked across the.
Because in
Grass
real
to
life,
them.
in real life, Bill lives in a trailer like 3 miles away.
In a van,
Down by the river?
In a van.
Oh, it's a van.
It's a van.
I don't want to go over there.
No, but you have the elements of this movie. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are still Bill and Ted. They're not.
And
as-
their daughters are basically Bill and Ted too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're little.
Especially the
Bill,
way
little
Ted's
Ted.
daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah. She was good. They were good.
They were really good.
Yeah, I liked them.
Again, there was nothing in this movie acting wise or character wise that I didn't like. I enjoyed everything that happened. I felt like it was just too abrupt. There were certain things that I think could have been fleshed out, and I think it was because again, they released it without having being able to do, reshoots, and I feel that putting this movie together was already an undertaking because you have all these people you have to try to bring back. Obviously, William Sadler wasn't really doing much, so you bring him in. Although he's in one of my favorite Tales from the Crypts, Demon Knight.
Yeah.
He's in that. But I feel like he's a better character as Death. And he was also good in which Die Hard? He was in the second Die Hard, right? Die Hard 2?
Yeah, he was.
Die Harder.
Yeah.
He was
When he was
villain?
naked, doing his
Easy.
His
Why do you go
That
straight
you
to
remember.
that?
Because the first time you see him in the movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, huh?
Look at the muscles of my rippling asshole.
Oh,
What?
Huh? What?
what's wrong with
Just
you?
don't get
What's
up
wrong
again.
with you? Yeah,
Just don't get up
easy,
again.
Easy. But so you have all the
I
elements.
poked the camera.
You have all the elements of Bill and Ted, and this movie does feel Bill and Ted. It doesn't feel like it's a caricature or a parody of Bill and Ted. Like most like sequels would have changed like that, but they kept the characters still essential. But yet they did grow. If you notice, they did by the end of the movie they did grow, and there's a lot of funny scenes in the movie, like pieces of it. Like
Hey, that prison scene with how muscular they looked in those outfits.
Yeah.
Like, those suits look legit. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
the
Ted's
special
look
effects
more
in it were
realistic though.
the CGI wasn't. It was very like not. Great.
Yeah, especially when they first get to the future.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
could
you can
tell.
tell.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so bad. And then when she's like walking, you can hear the echo of her shoes, and it sounds like they're in a room.
Yeah. So it's like the special effects at the beginning, but the practical makeup, like the old man makeup is pretty good. The muscle, the
suits.
fat suit, like all that stuff is really funny. Like and it's really good. It looks
Dave
good.
Grohl's face.
Yeah, what? Yeah, Dave Grohl is looking rough. No, but yeah. So you have all of that. You have all these elements, and it works. Everything works in the movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say this movie was horrible because it wasn't. I enjoyed it. I saw it twice. It was. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel
Like New Mutants.
yeah, like it feels like it was just. It feels like it was just done from a good place, and it was like happy. Like it's a warm feeling movie. Like it makes you feel like good at the end. Like there was nothing bad.
like,
there was nothing.
Yeah, I did like the
Like-
message too. The message of unity.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's nice and warm. We need something like that right now.
yeah, and
You give World of Coke, right?
and they could have gone a different way and made a little more raunchier and stuff like that. They could have, but I'm glad that they didn't.
No,
They
yeah.
took
69,
they
dude.
took a lot of those jokes out. They fine tuned because now they're older. They got kids, and
Like, I'm not making 69 jokes.
and their
Come on,
kids
man.
their kids aren't dumb. Like they're
No.
music
They're not.
theorists. They know a lot about music.
Music files.
Yeah, for real. Like throughout time, they knew music, and they're the only ones that believe them. Although the part where Bill's was it Ted's dad gets killed, that caught me off guard. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, they really just killed his dad off.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna bring him back like that though. I was like, oh, you should have left him dead and then
No,
have it be
no,
like
you
a sad
can't.
moment.
No,
You
I
can't
wasn't
even do-
expecting it. It was a nice surprise.
Yeah, like and then again, Dennis Caleb McCoy's face when he accidentally kills him, when he kills people. That's like a class. That's like a real classic comedy
Such
moment.
a failure.
Like he's again like one of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah.
And although Keanu and Alex, I noticed that they are Bill and Ted, but they are a little old, like different. They're not the same Bill and Ted you get from 30 years ago. And that's
Immature
awesome.
Bill and Ted, they're just like
Still kind of stuck,
Bill and
but
Ted.
yeah, definitely they are. They are
A little slower.
Yeah.
Keanu's voice is super deep compared to the first one.
Yeah. He was living in the Matrix for so long.
What do you mean? Bill, where are we gonna go?
I don't know, Ted.
Dude. Like but it all worked. The whole
Now
movie worked.
my favorite was you open up with Missy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Really?
and that's the
She's
you
going
bring
to the
back
family.
Missy, and now she's
Yeah.
marrying the younger brother,
brother.
who was
Ted's.
in the first movie taking care of
Yeah.
Napoleon,
Yeah.
Deke, and who is a cop now, played by Beck Bennett. And that's a nice little surprise. That's a nice little continuation because in the first movie she's married to Bill's dad. Second
Yeah.
movie she's married to Ted's dad. Now in the third movie she marries Ted's brother.
She had the dad. Now she's going for the son.
She had the old bull. Now she wants
She's
the
going for the baby calf.
baby
Yeah.
calf.
I don't know.
He's the baby brother. So baby calf.
You gave a stroke.
Veal. Wow. This was the silence.
Yeah.
Torture baby calf. Yeah.
Easy. You're trying to be funny. Stop. Just let it flow.
It took a while to come up with it.
I know. That's
why
why
he paused.
Yeah. That's an edit right there. You can tell. No, but
No edit.
But it's again the this whole movie is what, like 90 minutes long. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
a
not that
long
long.
movie. It's not a long movie, and the pacing of it is good. It doesn't feel like it slows down, but it definitely does pick up in the third act. I think that's where the movie really gets real like good.
I think the only thing I think the artists that they want to go pick up for the band weren't so freaked out about the time travel.
No, especially
Yeah.
Louis Armstrong. He kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually talked that way. I think he just sang that way.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know him personally, so. Yeah, so no, so it's a short movie, but it does best with what it's working with, because again, it doesn't slow down. Although, yeah, like I said, it does get good by the third act, and it's just fun. It's just a fun movie. It's like
There's no real villain. in the
There is
movie,
no.
If you think about it,
No.
there's
I mean,
no
the-
real villain. You know how like
yeah.
there's usually like someone trying to stop you. Caleb is Dennis is the only.
there
one
was no
that,
villain in the first one.
Oh, you're right.
No, yeah, there wasn't.
Time was.
The same thing in
No.
this one.
The
Yeah.
teacher
Time-
was. The teacher was the villain.
They made him do making him do
Yeah.
the project.
Yep.
No, it's like
Gonna
there's-
fail him.
There's no villain in the first one. There's only a villain in the second one, and then there's no real villain in this one, because it's like the great leader, who is Rufus's wife. She just wants to save the same. She just wants the same thing Bill and Ted need to. She just wants Bill and Ted to do what they need to do, and if they
So she
can't,
sent someone to kill him.
well, yeah, because she interprets the prophecy differently than Rufus did, although she is completely 100% wrong. So you can't kill Bill and Ted. I mean, although this is the second time they died in this universe.
Yeah.
Well, first time they died, they made part 2.
That's what I'm
So-
saying. That's why I said this is the second time they died in this universe.
And he still gets to put the Grim Reaper in their band.
Well, yeah,
Dope.
because he's a sick bass player.
They had
40
to.
minutes solo.
You had to. The only thing is, like, you bring him back, but you also remember that Station was also part of that band, and they didn't bring Station back.
Yeah. Why didn't they?
I don't know.
Contract negotiation.
And
I think.
but what they did is just they did the Easter egg.
Making
With,
it up.
they did the
Guess just
Easter egg
making
with
it
Kate
allegedly.
they were Me Too. That's why they put him in the movie.
So it was-
Too many rape allegations.
Oh,
Oh, come on, relax.
you're the only one laughing.
Jeez. I know. What's the matter with you?
No, but then so
Sick.
But the only one you have, the only nod to that is when Kid Cudi says Station. That's
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
time they bring it up. And I like that that Death has all the memorabilia on the wall.
Yeah.
Because he's still living in that life. That's his life. That was his
I
life.
am Wild Stallions.
Yeah. I really like. He's like he
That's
sounds like
good.
Christopher Walken too.
Yeah.
But
That's
no,
good.
but it's still a good. I'm glad that they brought him back, and
Yeah.
because Death, he was a big character in part 2, right? And he's on the poster and everything, but he's also a big part of the band. And I
Yeah,
like,
he's
I-
very iconic.
and I like the fact that when the movie starts, they kind of explain that after the end after Bogus Journey, that they actually did become a band and were successful and
Yeah.
just ultimately couldn't write any songs. They wrote songs, but they just couldn't write the song.
Yeah.
Got a rock and roll.
That was-
to-
That was Kiss.
Yeah, I know, but it was at the end of the second.
Yeah, but that's
second movie.
Kiss. They didn't write that
Yeah.
song. That's Kiss.
It's good though.
It's a good
I would
song.
love to have heard that song though.
Yeah, but what was the name of the song that they actually were playing acoustically? In that was it in that bar? For Those Who Rock or whatever? Is that what it's called? Something like that?
I think so.
Something around there. Yeah.
It's their big hit.
It's the only hit that they had.
Yeah, it's their big hit.
They're playing that song, and I like the fact
it's exactly the way the Fine Young Cannibals perform now.
they perform.
Exactly.
So I like I like the fact that they had the storyline where Bill and Ted are wrecking their own marriage because they haven't written the song and because they're stuck in life, and it just makes sense that this is the way the movie went, because throughout the other two movies, Ted's dad and Bill's dad, they wanted them to move forward and be better in life, but they just didn't get it, and it didn't take them it took them to the third movie to realize that they what they needed to do to actually move forward and become, because they're not bad guys. Neither one are bad guys. That's the one thing I liked about the movie, is that no one is a bad person in this movie. There's no nobody you're rooting against. You're rooting for everyone in this movie.
Yeah, that's.
Where's it? There's alcoholic Ted.
Yeah, but that was just a consequence of him ruining his marriage.
You went to Dave Grohl's house,
and then when they're speaking with British accents, and then you have the old bald Bill.
Yeah, that's funny.
Fat Ted. They gave him Fat Thor, the Fat Thor body.
Yeah.
Without the muscles.
I'm telling you, all those suits. Yeah, you're right. All the practical stuff was good.
The practical stuff was really good. The CGI, when the egg first lands, that looks very the Sci-Fi Channel like movie.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, like when they go to the future and they meet the the great leader.
See, I like the little hologram they have of Rufus.
That looks good. The hologram of Rufus looked good, and I wonder how they got the audio, like how they spliced it together for him.
They
to
must have had somebody just a clip, because they didn't show the whole time that he was speaking, so they must have had somebody that just imitated his voice.
Just sounded like him, maybe.
No, I think they just used. I think it's a clip from the movie.
No, because in the other movies he wasn't talking about this. Yes, this is the original, telephone booth that I traveled with the great ones. Yeah, that's never said in any of the other movies. So I like that little nod to him, and then even Ted still does that to Rufus when he walks.
Well,
when he walks
sorry,
by.
we're boring you, bro.
Huh?
Sorry, we're boring you.
I was just talking about our sponsor.
And who is our sponsor?
Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Yeah. No, we can't.
We don't have a
Can't talk about.
Can't talk about Fight Club. First rule of Fight Club.
We're just gonna talk about the way Michael Jackson lured out his kids to the ranch using.
Oh my goodness!
You can't even see it, dude. So why are you even trying?
Fuck you, Peter Pan peanut butter. All right.
That was so stupid. There's no payoff to that joke.
No, because I got a stupid virtual.
So we actually had sponsors.
No, we don't. I mean, AA sponsors.
That reminds me, I gotta call them.
Yeah, gotta make a couple calls after this. No, but what was I saying? Yeah, there's no bad guys in this movie. Oh, the CGI. We're talking about CGI. Like that's I think that's the only real downfall of this movie, and the fact that I feel like there was stuff that could have been done in reshoots to tighten up the movie. But overall, I enjoyed the movie, and it does fit perfectly in the Bill and Ted world with the other two movies.
The CG that you're talking about, it doesn't take you out of the movie.
No,
yeah, it doesn't hinder the movie because
those things it's forgivable.
Because again, in this movie, I'm not really in the movie for the special effects. The practical effects were great, but I'm not in it. I'm not here to watch the movie because of that. I'm here to watch the movie because of Bill and Ted, and what the story was going to bring, and it does bring the story full circle, and it ends. And I do like the way, what happens is how they figure out how they actually save reality is by using the infinite loop in the phone booth and becoming infinite beings for a second, and actually going to everyone in every reality and giving them music so they all play this. They all play the song that unites the world. That was inventive.
That makes sense. Like how it helps. It changes the world, and because you can't just record something and expect everybody to hear it.
Right.
So
you make everyone a part of it, and I think that's really.
But was it just me? They didn't really need Jimmy or Satchmo.
No.
No.
But it's nice to have them
because Bill and Ted were perfectly perfectly on the
Adequate.
guitar. Adequate. That's the word. Perfectly adequate on the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love how the guitar solo plays without them even touching the guitar.
Yeah. That was you know how much I hate that, and
yeah, I know. That's the first thing I thought when I saw it.
Every time I saw that, I was like, oh, I was so mad. I was just upset, but I couldn't because it's like I know that none of them are gonna play like that. But they could have at least got somebody who was like Jim. They could have made him up to look like Jimi Hendrix, but have him play the actual guitar.
Yeah,
like have someone to actually do it. But again, I hate fake musician mimicry.
See, and that's what I enjoy
even in
about
cartoon
the first
form,
one.
which is funny.
That's what I enjoy about the first one. When Rufus plays the guitar solo at the end,
they zoom into his hands,
and there's somebody actually playing the guitar. Yeah.
But you could tell Keanu's actually playing something. It's just not what's playing on the screen.
Yeah. Well, he's a bass player.
Yeah. But he was actually you could tell he was jamming out. He was like soloing and doing whatever he needs. But yeah, no, it's just ultimately the conclusion of this movie was great, and the full arc of Bill and Ted is closed by the end of this movie. All of it just works. It's just a lot of fun.
They finally
I enjoyed
the
the duel that Mozart and Jimi Hendrix had though.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like when the Louis Armstrong plays to Jimi Hendrix. That was cool. When Mozart plays with the flutist, that's cool. It felt very, again, it was exactly the first movie, just in condensed form for them without the mall scene. And the one thing you don't get is you don't really get the connection to those characters like you do in the first one, like to the historical characters, because you don't have enough time for that.
Yeah.
But you
get it with the girls.
Yeah, you
Socrates.
Yeah. You do get it. You become more invested with their kids too. Like it's good that they did the side story, but you're still invested in the path that the girls are taking, and you have the path that Bill and Ted are taking. You just don't get to see the path that the wives are taking.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Well, but you just told what they were gonna do when they took that path, and then when you see them at the end, it kind of just says, they say that they're just happier.
Yeah, but I kind of want I when that whole thing when they go back to the therapist and they gonna like you should go, but then you shouldn't go. But I think you really should go.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah,
throughout the movie. Yeah,
which I liked because it was very confusing and it was well done. It was well done.
Yeah, it was funny.
Like again, like the comedy's still in here, and it's not like raunchy comedy. It's not
overly done,
and it's not
cheesy.
No. Yeah,
it's not
no
slapstick.
pratfalls.
It's none of that.
No,
it was somewhat organic to those characters, which I liked.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it wasn't a failure.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a horrible movie, because this is a movie that I can definitely watch if I want to watch like a Bill and Ted thing. I can watch this one. I can watch Bogus Journey. I can watch Excellent Adventure, and it all just clicks. It all works. Like, none of it feels like it's off.
I mean, none of this is Oscar worthy, but it's still fun.
But it never was. That's the thing.
Yeah,
it never was.
Yeah,
it was.
None of them were.
So, but what I can say is that it's extremely enjoyable. The characters are still likable, even after all these years. They're still written to be likable. Every character in this movie is likable, especially
the daughters.
Dennis Caleb McCoy.
Yeah.
As soon as they sell a shirt,
I can dance.
go dance in the corner. Go practice. When he tells them that like death, like he tries to become friends with you. When you said we're gonna rock, I really felt that. I want to rock. Like it's all just,
earn it.
Yeah,
You have to earn it.
it's all. I'm gonna watch it again now just because Dennis Caleb McCoy. If they have a sideshow figure, I'm gonna buy a Dennis Caleb McCoy figure. I'm gonna buy. If he has a shirt, I want him on a shirt.
Yeah.
So it's like he's a character like Station or like Death. He's a character like Death that's gonna stick because I feel like he was just well done, and it was just out of left field to have that type of character in the movie.
Yeah, you would have thought he would have had like a evil robotic voice.
Yeah, or been your typical robot. That is, but the moment he messes up,
a lot of feelings for a robot.
Oh my god!
Which is why it's like, how did the robot?
That's all you hear in your mind.
How did the robot go to hell? How's there a robot here?
Yeah, that's the first thing I said too. Wait a minute. But see, my kid was smart because he didn't watch the any of the trailers. He said he just watched the teaser and that was it.
He committed suicide. Just saying, he committed suicide.
Seppuku.
Yeah.
But it's again, I don't feel like the trailers didn't give too much away, but they gave enough away to kind of figure out what's going to happen in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's how trailers are now. So.
Yeah. But I'm glad they didn't spoil Dennis Caleb McCoy.
Yeah.
They didn't spoil too much, and yeah, it's all just a lot of fun. This movie's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun with warmth and a nice, good message, and really, really enjoyable. Jesus, can you just drink a coffee or something? God, man.
No, I was told I can't drink anything.
No, you could have drank it before. You could have drank it before.
He does have a point.
You could have gone for a walk.
Bro, that's gross. You gulp into. It's like, oh,
that's what
gross.
you do. Bro, you could have just gone for a walk.
You rinse out your mouth with the coffee? What?
You could have just gone out for a walk. You could have gone something to get your energy up, but you didn't. And you're sitting here yawning.
What? Is this an intervention?
You're lucky. You know what? God, where's my hammer, dude? Guess what? I'm gonna kick you off the Zoom now. I can do that.
Bye. See ya, Ozzy.
But
pause. He's gonna mute me all of a sudden.
But this is
an improvement.
Oh, don't do that. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm just watching too much Nightmare on Elm Street.
100%. I recommend watching this movie. 100%. I recommend Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Me too.
On another note, I guess we have to bring up just what we lost. Black Panther, Chadwick Baseman, according to somebody that writes on Twitter.
First of all, hey, I did stupid.
You were on the toilet and you were doing it fast.
He was emotionally distraught. That's what it was.
Yeah, whatever.
So
we did.
Yeah,
lose,
but we lost Chadwick Boseman.
And did not know he was filming all those movies while going through chemotherapy
while having
and
cancer.
That's crazy.
While fighting cancer.
That's courage.
Yeah,
that's strength.
Hell yeah.
To make Black Panther, to make Civil War, because he got diagnosed after he got the part, right? After he got the part for Black Panther. Man, he did Civil War, he did Black Panther, he did Infinity War, Bridges. He did Endgame, 21 Bridges, all these movies while having colon cancer. That's crazy.
Those chase scenes where he's actually running in 21 Bridges would have I would have never known that he had cancer at all. Well, there's a picture went out about a year ago where he looked kind of thin. I thought it was for a movie.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people thought. But again, that's in the movies, you could have never told. In interviews, you could have never seen it. I think it was earlier this year when he sent that Disney sing along thing or whatever. Like I think he sent a message, and he was all skinny and frail.
Oh
that's when everyone was like, that's when everyone was like, oh, and that's when everyone thought it was for a movie. But yeah, we did lose.
Young
Black
too,
Panther,
43.
43.
Yeah.
It sucks, but I don't even know what's gonna happen with the Black Panther franchise now because people are not gonna want it to be recast.
Were they making new ones?
Yeah, they were gonna make a sequel.
Part 2 supposed to come out.
Maybe he filmed it already.
Nah, they didn't film. They didn't film nothing. But it's gonna be a weird thing.
I know there was a. I mean, I wonder if they're gonna go into like Shuri being, eventually taking the mantle like
The new
she's
Black
like
Panther?
everybody guessed she was gonna do anyways.
I don't know, but we did lose Chadwick Boseman, 42
Yeah.
years old. It's a loss to the Marvel community.
Yeah.
I mean, because he and not just that, he was a good actor. Like if you ever saw, what's that? The movie
42.
42, but that movie with Kevin Costner about the
Draft Day.
Draft Day. He was good in Draft Day. He was really
Yeah,
good in
yeah.
Draft Day. 21 Bridges wasn't bad. I haven't seen that Thurgood Marshall movie. I haven't seen that one.
That's more of a Josh Gad movie, but he's still good in that movie though.
And then he was in another movie like some The King on Netflix. That was pretty good. He did good action movies.
He was also in Gods of Egypt.
Was he? I don't remember him in that.
Yeah, he was.
I never saw it, so
That movie's so forgettable. That's why.
It's not very good,
I never saw
but
Gods of Egypt.
still gonna bring it up. Why?
never saw it,
Gods
but-
of Egypt.
I'll watch it now. But yeah, rest in peace, T'Challa, Chadwick Baseman. I'm just kidding, Chadwick Boseman. Learn to type, Ozzy.
Yeah,
learn
bro.
to type. You're mad
Hey.
disrespecting people.
I fixed it.
Yeah,
Relax.
after a whole day, and I had to tell you because you don't read
half
your
a day.
own.
Half a day. Relax.
You don't even read your own tweets.
Your thumbs are too big.
Damn right.
What?
But the ladies love it. What?
Oh,
You're married.
You know,
Why do
after-
you say
you know,
ladies
after I said
plural?
that- after I said that, I knew you were going to say something.
Yeah,
You're like,
because
I'm
he's not
gonna
original.
regret saying something about your
Yeah,
deliciously
I do.
thick,
Nobody said delicious.
girthy thumbs.
Throbbing thumb. Well, this has been a good
We're
episode.
disgusting.
Watch Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Gross.
Watch
we
Bill and
know.
Ted. Yeah, you don't have to tell us. We know that. Watch Bill and Ted Face the Music
Ladies love big
on
thumbs.
VOD.
All right, already.
Hold on.
What was that?
My
Is it
LL
LL
licking his
Cool J?
thumb. Yeah, LL Cool J licking
No,
his
thank
thumb.
you.
Ladies
That's
love
cool.
big thumbs.
Well, on that note, this has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
We'll see you guys next week.
Gross.
Station.
He's looking at you, kid.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.